Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Always exciting.
Yeah, today we're going to be looking at something pretty wild. Tokamak fusion.
Oh yeah?
Have you heard about this?
I have. It's basically like trying to build a mini sun on Earth.
It's pretty much that.
Yeah.
So we're going to be looking at an article from EcoPortal that goes into a lot more detail.
Looking forward to it.
So if this Tokamak thing works, like they say, it could completely change how we get energy, Clean, pretty much limitless energy, and barely any waste.
The dream, right?
It is. So to really get this, we gotta go back to basics for a second.
Hey, back to basics.
Nuclear fusion.
Yeah, so this is what powers the stars.
Exactly.
Basically, you're taking atoms and like smashing them together under crazy pressure and heat.
Right.
And when that happens, it releases a ton of energy, like way more than what we get from nuclear fission, the stuff they use in power plants today.
So we're talking about like recreating the core of the sun.
Pretty much.
Which, how hot is that?
Yeah. Millions of degrees Celsius.
Millions. Anything we know of would just melt.
Yeah, that's where the Tokamak comes in.
The Tokamak.
It's this donut-shaped reactor.
Okay.
And it uses these super powerful magnetic fields to contain the plasma.
The plasma?
Yeah, so plasma, it's matter, but like the atoms, they get stripped of their electrons.
Oh.
It's wild.
So the magnetic fields, they keep the plasma from touching the reactor walls.
Exactly. If it touched the walls, meltdown.
Big meltdown.
So this is all pretty complex.
It is.
But I mean, why go through all this trouble? We have other energy sources, right?
We do, but fusion. This could be the ultimate source. I mean, imagine a world completely powered by clean energy.
No more fossil fuels.
No more. No greenhouse gases.
And almost no waste.
It's like the perfect energy source.
Yeah, it sounds too good to be true.
Well, we're not quite there yet.
But not there yet.
No, but progress is being made.
Okay.
There are companies like Tokamak Energy.
Tokamak Energy. They're actually working on building pilot fusion plants.
Really?
Yeah, and they're aiming to have them running by the mid-2030s.
Wow. So we might actually see fusion power in our lifetime.
We might. But there are some big challenges to overcome before we get there.
I bet. Like what are some of the hurdles?
Well, the biggest one, keeping that super hot plasma under control.
You mean like millions of degrees hot?
Yeah. It's a constant battle for the scientists and the engineers.
It sounds like trying to tame a wild animal.
Pretty much. Preventing energy loss, making sure the plasma is stable. It's not easy.
I bet there have been times where things haven't gone so smoothly.
Oh, absolutely. There's this thing called edge localized modes, or ELMs.
ELMs?
Yeah, basically these sudden bursts of energy from the plasma.
The mini solar flares?
Kinda, yeah, but they happen inside the reactor.
Inside?
Yeah, and those ELMs can really damage the reactor walls, so figuring out how to stop them is a huge priority for researchers.
So it's like containing a tiny sun that has like anger issues, throws these little solar flares.
Yeah. That's one way to put it.
Sounds pretty tough.
It is. But scientists are working on it.
They are.
Oh, yeah. There are some pretty cool solutions they're looking into.
What kind of solutions?
One pretty cool idea is injecting these tiny pellets of frozen deuterium right into the plasma.
Frozen deuterium?
Yeah. And they act kind of like mini fire extinguishers, cooling the edge of the plasma.
So they can tame those ELMs?
Exactly. They reduce the intensity of the ELMs.
Wow, that's amazing. Using ice to control a fire that's hotter than the sun.
Pretty wild, huh?
It is. Are there any other ways they're trying to, tame this miniature star?
Oh, yeah, they're doing a lot with the magnetic field.
The magnetic field?
Yeah, by like fine-tuning the shape and the strength of the field.
Right.
They can make a more stable environment for the plasma, so it's less likely to have those ELMs.
So it's like giving it a comfier hammock to relax in.
Yeah, something like that.
So it seems like we're getting closer to making this work, but what would a world powered by fusion actually look like?
Well, that's the exciting part. I mean, if we could get this to work on a large scale, the changes would be huge.
Like how?
Well, think about it. Cities powered by clean energy, no more pollution from fossil fuels.
Cleaner air.
And think about the health benefits. No more smog.
Wow. And maybe even cheaper electricity.
That's a real possibility, too.
So fusion could solve some of the biggest problems we're facing today.
It really could. And it's not just about our carbon footprint.
It's not.
No, I mean, imagine a world where everyone has access to energy. No more energy poverty.
Yeah, that's a big one. It would change everything. Transportation, manufacturing, even just our everyday lives.
Absolutely. And the geopolitical implications are huge, too.
How so?
Well, if we're not so reliant on fossil fuels, then there's less reason for conflict over those resources.
So fusion could lead to a more peaceful world.
It's possible. A world where countries have to cooperate to solve global problems.
Wow, so fusion is about way more than just making electricity.
Exactly. It has the potential to reshape our entire world. But we gotta remember that this technology is still in development. It has huge potential, but we're not there yet.
Yeah, it's important to be realistic.
It is, but it's also important to keep pushing forward, to keep investing in research and development.
Because the payoff could be huge.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. This is the culmination of decades of work.
From so many brilliant minds.
It really is. It shows what we can accomplish when we work together towards a common goal.
Yeah, to create a better future.
Exactly. And the story of fusion, it's still being written.
And who knows what the next chapter will hold.
It's exciting to think about, isn't it?
It really is. This deep dive has definitely given me a lot to think about. The potential of tokamak fusion is just mind-blowing.
I agree. It's a story that needs to be told.
A story that gives us hope for the future.
Exactly. A story that reminds us that even seemingly impossible dreams can come true.
Well, that was quite a deep dive.
It was.
Tokamak fusion. I mean,
pretty incredible stuff.
It is. We talked about the science, the challenges, the potential.
Yeah.
It's like something out of a science fiction movie.
Yeah, and it's all happening right now.
It is. The story's still being written. Who knows what breakthroughs are just around the corner.
I can't wait to see what the future holds for fusion.
Me too.
Yeah.
But now it's your turn.
Oh.
We want to hear from you. What do you think about tokamak fusion? Is this the future of energy? Are you excited about it? Do you have any questions or concerns? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, we love hearing from you.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive,
don't forget to like and subscribe.
We're always looking for new topics to explore. So if there's something you'd like us to take a deep dive into, let us know in the comments.
Until next time, keep those minds curious.
And thanks for joining us on the deep dive.